Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Baldwin from Yahoo TV. Thanks for coming. Let's meet Team Supergirl. First, I would like to introduce this next guest as the guy you fell in love with on True Blood and Necessary Roughness, but I can't because I've been struck dumb by his incredible beauty. Please welcome Mehcad Brooks. Next, she's an author, a mom, and the EP behind such geek-friendly shows as Chuck and Glee. In other words, she's a superwoman. Give it up for executive producer Ali Adler. And finally, you might know our next guest from such things as Glee, Nurse Jackie, and a little something called the Twilight Saga. Please welcome Peter Facinelli. It's interesting, you've said that, Superman obviously will have a big influence on the show, yet you guys made the decision not to say his name at all in the pilot. Can you talk about that a little bit?
We all live in someone's shadow in our lives, and we're all sort of second best to someone in our lives. And I think that what's amazing for us in this show is that she gets to be at the forefront, and she gets to be her point of view. And so we're going to address that question of where is he very quickly in series, but it's her show.
Excellent. Now, Peter and Mehcad, we know that villains like Livewire and Reactron and Non will be showing up from the DC universe. Are there any other characters that you guys are fans of that you'd like to see show up?
Well, I don't know. I'm not allowed to say who's showing up, but you can say.
I'm allowed to say.
Yeah, I can't.
Who would you like to see?
Well, we have, amazing people like Reactron coming, Livewire, Red Tornado, but something that we're debuting here now in this moment is that Toyman will be making an appearance on our show. And I know for people in this room, we know that one of our main characters has the name Winslow Shot, so there's definitely going to be a relationship between the villain Toyman and one of our heroes, played by Jeremy Jordan.
And Peter, do you have any favorite characters just in general?
Well, I've had a good time with Red Tornado and the characters that are on right now, and I'm just excited to see who else is presented. I always thought it'd be fun to do a crossover with Batgirl and then spin that off into a series, but...
Hang on.
And Mehcad, how about you? Any favorites?
I mean, the Green Lantern. I think. I mean, I know you can't have two heroes at once, but it's kind of weird. But always been a favorite of mine. Yeah. You know that I want that ring.
Yeah.
It's a cool ring. It's like you can do anything you want with the thing. It's amazing.
We'll get you a ring.
Thank you. All right.
If anybody wants, you heard her say that, right?
Yeah.
So if I come back here next year and I don't have a ring on, talk to her.
Ali, people have celebrated the girl power themes of Supergirl. Can you talk a little bit about the gender makeup of the writer's room and how having a female exec producer or showrunner can set a show like Supergirl or Arrow apart?
Well, I just think we're all so excited that it's Supergirl, and this is the conversation that's out there in the world, but we're 50% of the population, us females, we females. And so soon, as I said, we're just going to see her as powerful, and it's incidental. I will say that our writer's room, and I've been doing this for a long time, it used to be that I was one of two female writers in the writer's room. The Supergirl writer's room is 50% female. So, as it should be.
And what do you think that brings to a show, especially with one with a strong female lead?
Balance. And sort of truth, this show is not just for females. There is so much action, adventure, visual effects, stunts. People are, this is a spectacular show with our crew works harder than any crew I've ever seen. Every department is really pushing themselves to be super, and we're really trying to bring you a feature film every week. So,
and we are.
Very exciting.
We are. We've achieved that, I think so.
Yeah, the action sequences are insane. I think you guys are gonna love those.
Yeah, every single time I read a script, I go, "Wait, this is the first draft, right? We're not actually gonna do this, are we?" They're like, "Yeah, we are." I'm like, really? Where are you getting the budget for this? It's a movie a week. It's incredible. It really is.
Mehcad, we asked some fans on Twitter what they wanted to hear from you guys, and a lot of them wanted to know what the biggest challenge for you was playing James Olsen.
Oh, wow. I'll be completely honest. I thought I was going to get fired every day during the pilot. I mean, I would come to work like, oh, God. Because, I mean, like, Jamie Olsen's, he's iconic. It's a 75-year-old character that everybody has a connection with, this emotional connection with, because he is the audience as it pertains to Superman. Like, none of us are aliens with these superpowers that can save the world. But all of us could be this person with truth and justice in their heart that could have that friend. And so I understand what that emotional connection is for people. And so looking at me, you know, you don't think Jimmy Olsen. So I just had a lot of trouble myself sort of like making sure that I was being true to myself, but also being true to the canon that it already exists. And so that was really nerve-wracking for me, actually, and kind of embarrassing to admit, but yeah. And then one day, I actually, when I walked up to Ali, I go, if you like what I'm doing, can you tell me? You remember that? I swear to God.
We saw many actors for this role, but we only saw one James Olsen.
Oh, thank you.
Aww. That was too.
But yeah,
Really
that was the hardest one.
That was sweet. So, Peter, you know what it's like to be part of a franchise with a very passionate fan following. So, what has your experience been with the, Supergirl DC fans so far, and how would you compare that with your experience with the Twihards?
It's too early to compare, but I mean, I've gotten nothing but great reception from the Supergirl fans, and it's a completely different genre. Like, I mean, the Twilight fans are, I don't know if they're the same genre or different. But hopefully, I mean, you guys from Twilight gonna watch Supergirl? Hopefully, yeah? There we go. There we go. So I think hopefully there'll be some crossover, but. I was really excited to be part of a comic book world. I grew up on comic books. I used to get Spider-Man in the mail, and now getting a script, it's like, I get excited like it's like getting a comic book in the mail. Like, I get it, and it's like reading a comic book, right? So it's so much fun, and I'm just really appreciative to be a part of it. And I hope you guys enjoy it, because we're having a fun time making it.
Does Maxwell get to take part in any of those action sequences that we were talking about?
Maybe? I don't know. The writer's right here.
Yeah. We wouldn't want to undervalue some of our greatest assets.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Maxwell Lord is Maxwell Lord.
Well, he has a very superheroic kind of name, so, right.
Yeah.
So, Ali, Supergirl has really set up, nicely with the pilot. You've got a crashed prison ship. You've got a bunch of villains sort of on board to show up. Will it be an episodic story of the week type structure or more serialized? And how did you decide to make those choices?
Well, yes and yes. I mean, we saw at the end there's an overarching, bad guy plan afoot. But every episode will bring an immediate nemesis to thwart, and hopefully, we definitely have a goal for the season, and it's sort of finding a balance in each episode of what foe is an internal foe or an external foe, and finding that alchemy for ourselves.
And let's talk about shippers for a second.
Oh, yes, let's talk.
There are already some Kara James shippers, and there may in the future be some Maxwell Kara shippers, and maybe there'll even be some James Maxwell shippers. Who can say?
What about Wynn? Aren't there Wynn shippers as well?
Yes, I'm sure Kara Wynn. There's a whole situation. So
James Well Lord.
James Well Lord, that's good. So from a performing and a writing standpoint, what are the pros and cons of having fans so invested in particular relationships?
Well, we just want people to care about our characters in every dimension of their lives. If they're working at CatCo, if they're working for the DEO, and we definitely want to explore. We're going to be, I don't know if I can. Lucy Lane will be coming into the join us, and so there's definitely not just love triangles. There's love quadrangles and parallelograms and rhombuses and
Rhombi.
So we're definitely excited to explore these characters' relationships.
Peter, what do you think in terms of the shipper?
I think that Maxwell Lord and Jimmy Olsen should ship it. I don't know.
I mean, why not?
Is that the word everyone's using today?
Yeah.
Shipping container.
Shipping containers. And Mehcad, what about you? There are definitely a lot of Kara James shippers already. So you're going to be hearing from
Are there?
Yes.
Oh, wow. How many guys are Kara James shippers out there? How many of you guys are Maxwell Lord and James shippers? A few less. Okay, cool. We're getting progressive. Me, I don't know. I want what's best for the characters, and I think that James and Cara have incredible chemistry. But like we talked about, Melissa is just. I mean, she's like a once-in-a-lifetime sort of talent. So so she's going to have chemistry with a cardboard box if she has to.
Are there any Cara box shippers?
So you guys, in just a minute or two, we'll be taking questions from the audience. So if you have any questions, feel free to line up the microphones. So Peter and Mehcad, you have sort of an unusual opportunity here. Ali is here and kind of has to answer anything you ask her. So what's the one question, Peter, you've been dying to ask her about your character?
Wow.
Nice.
Does Maxwell Lord end up with Supergirl ever?
There's no end.
Okay.
We're always going forward. No, but truly, we'd love for this show, in all good fortune, to be with us for a while, and so we have a goal for this season, and we have new goals for every
So
season.
maybe like season 6 or 7.
You're adorable.
The character description says Maxwell is fascinated with Supergirl.
He is very fascinating.
Very
How could you not be? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Mehcad, what's your question?
Well, Ali. No, I mean, in all seriousness, you probably can't even answer this, but so in the comics, Jimmy got a bunch of different superpowers. Yeah. It's true. You guys are Elastic Lad. You guys, come on, give it up for Elastic Lad. He's stretchy. Yoga. Does James ever come down with any superpowers?
With the superpowers. I think we're trying to evolve these characters in many, many different ways. As yet planned, I believe you remain immortal like us, but we've seen your abs at San Diego Comic-Con, so we do know you are a man of steel.
And, sorry guys, but I already asked him backstage and he said no. So my final question, Ali, one fan asked on Twitter, how will Cara strike a balance between having a career and being a superhero, or is being a superhero her career?
I would say of all of us, we try to strike a balance in all our lives of being, sons and daughters and moms and dads and friends and nieces and nephews, and we are all everything to everybody. And so that will be one of Cara's, jobs is juggling, and I think we're all trying to find a balance, as is she, and some episodes she does it better than others.
And what is her career aspiration? Because she says, I don't want to be an assistant.
Well, I think we're always shifting and growing as she is, and I think what she starts out to be is not necessarily where she will find herself later on, but she loves where she is, and with people and friends that. With friends, people and friends, that she's definitely inspired. And what's amazing, and Mehcad brought up Melissa, is just she's this radiant burst of light you see on screen. In real life, she is as well. And we're just hoping for everyone to be able to understand that about her like we do.
All right. I can't quite see, but do we have any fan questions? Anyone? If so, speak up.
There you go.
Who's first?
I'll go first.
Wow.
Why not? Hi, everyone. My name is Bianca. I'm from Plattsburgh, New York.
Hi, Bianca.
My question is, now Cara's trying to find herself and everything, like a lot of young girls are, and especially in that situation, and trying to be balanced, like you've been saying. How's it gonna feel me, as a young woman, to feel this fandom come, and for you guys to feel like we're gonna have a big population of finding young people to who they are, because we're looking at Cara through our eyes as well, if that makes sense. I'm sorry. How's it going to be, how's it going to feel for us people to look at her that way for you guys?
I think that she is inspiring no matter what her gender is. And I think that we all are, young or old, female or male, we're all just trying to do our best every day. And I think that even with superpowers, we can't always do that. And I think we like to look at each episode as what would she be like without her superpowers, and boil that down to the essence. And that's what we're trying to accomplish every week, is really, aspirational and inspirational.
Thank you so much.
This is amazing, by the way. This is when they turned up the lights. This is amazing.
Thank you guys
Thank
for
you
coming to see
coming.
us.
Thank you.
Our next question?
Thank you.
Who's next? Go ahead.
Big shout out to Supergirl cast. You guys are awesome.
Woo! You're awesome.
Thanks. My name is Michael. I'm from Jersey. I think you misled us a little bit in the pilot because in the beginning, when the guy says General, it was my assumption maybe General Zod. Is there any link to the Ant and Zod?
That is not General Zod.
Interesting. Asked and answered. All right. Our next question over here.
Hi, my name is Brandon from Queens.
Hey.
Give it up for Queens.
Represent. I'm from Queens. Represent.
Facinelli's from Queens.
Yes.
Born in Jamaica Hospital myself.
Born and raised in Rockaway for a long time. As a big fan of Smallville, you guys took everything that Smallville put in like a representation of hope and inspiring people in that one episode, and I'm immediately hooked.
Aw.
Smallville for 10 years was a must-see for me every night it was on. I originally thought Flash was replacing that, but Supergirl might have just knocked it out. I'm
Nice.
really saying that now.
We hope to be as successful as any of those shows. Thank you so much.
It's kind of, my question is kind of related to that. I know for now you guys are trying to separate yourselves from like Arrow and Flash, but do you guys see any time in the future for like Kara to meet like Barry or Ali and just show them how far out of their league they are with her? Just for her to show them that there's a whole other level to what they have to do to get up there?
We would never want to separate ourselves from those tremendous, successful shows that Andrew Kreisberg and Greg Berlanti and Sarah Schechter also produced. So we love those shows and are inspired by them every day. We don't know what's going to happen down the line. In success, I guess anything's possible.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Next question over here.
Oh, okay. My name's Hannah. I'm from Jersey, and I was just wondering, because in like the pilot, she and her sister Alex obviously had a lot of like chemistry and a lot of almost back and forth between like Alex is proud to be her sister, but at the same time, it's like everything she has is because of her sister. And it's like, as a big sister, like I get that. So I'm like kind of figuring, I'm just curious to see like how their relationship is gonna like evolve throughout the series, and how they're gonna become either closer or farther apart, almost like Sarah and Laurel in Arrow.
That's for you.
I mean, I think that in all our sibling relationships, it's really interesting for us to have an adult sibling relationship on television that we get to explore, as you said. And what I think is cool is, like, I have a brother that's 1 year older, and I'm forever in awe of him and, you know, envious of him, and I don't think that'll stop. I think that they support each other as sisters do, but there's always going to be conflict because that's life.
So we have time for one more question over here.
With Supergirl going on, DC's not really having a continuum across television and movies like Marvel is. So where is Supergirl more rooted in? Is it going more towards the DC that has Superman already and Batman, or television that doesn't have those characters really invested right now?
I just think that we're trying to do a cool show. You know, I don't think we're trying to speak to the movie landscape, which hopefully, you know, they're making a lot of amazing, I mean, Wonder Woman, Superman versus Batman. There's amazing things that are happening in the world of DC, but we just want this inspiring voice to, you know, affect all these amazing people that inspire us, yourselves.
Well, Supergirl premieres on Monday, October 26th at 8:30. I'd like to thank our panel for coming, and thank you so much.
Thank you most of all.
Thank you guys for coming out.
Guys, hey, I'm gonna take a selfie real quick, guys. So just stay right there,
Yeah.
please.
Panel selfie.
You guys wanna be in it?
Yeah, kind of.
You guys mind?
No.
All right. 1,